So where do we go from here? TEM 400 is technology entrepreneurship. If you take it on campus, you'll take it with me. If you take it online, you take it with Senor Chavez, who's actually quite outstanding. And for next spring, I will actually be offering the second phase of this class. But the second phase of this class is actually digital marketing, where you'll actually create a website and do promotions and do the analytics and see what works and what doesn't. And the reason why I did this is I realized, telling you about clicks and things like that, you have no appreciation for it unless you actually go through it. And so for those of you who are still here and are interested, look for it. For those of you who do take 400 with me, what do you have to look forward to? Here's something from my intellectual property lecture. This is an original piece of artwork that I've copyrighted. And what do I call it? I call it A Rock Group Getting Stoned. So what happens to our association going on from here? Well, if you take TEM 400, which is technology entrepreneurship, if you take it on campus, you take it with me. If you take it online, you take it with Senor Chavez, who's actually quite outstanding. Next spring, I will be offering the add-on to this course, which is purely digital marketing. And what it's going to be about is you're going to create a website, and then you're going to do like an Instagram promotion or Facebook. We'll do the analytics. You'll see how to increase your circulation. And so the reason why I did this is because it occurred to me, like telling you about clicks and stuff, you don't get much appreciation for what's going on. However, if you actually have to do it live, then you learn something about it. As far as those of you who might take 400 with me, this is what you have to look forward to. This is from my intellectual property lecture. This is an original piece of artwork that, as you can see, I've copyrighted. And so, what do I call this piece of magnificent art? A Rock Group Getting Stoned. So as you can see, as you continue to take classes with Dr. Cho, you also have the beneficiaries of his superior sense of humor. I'm biased, and I'm biased, of course, because I teach in the TEM department. But I honestly do believe that at some point, learn something about entrepreneurship. If you know something about entrepreneurship, you have a way of taking care of yourself. Because what will often happen in life is that you're just going to go along, and you'll see a problem. And being the creative people that you are, you'll see a solution to that problem. And then you're going to wonder, is there a way to make a product or company about this, but you don't know how. And so, what are your options at this point? Well, you can give up. And you can come up with all the excuses of why you can't do it. And so, what will happen? You'll go on with your life. And you'll get a job, you'll make some money, you'll get older, and older, and then you die. However, what you can all do is take some classes with us. You don't have to do the major, but you can take some classes. You can learn how to become an entrepreneur. We'll give you the map through entrepreneurship. We'll teach you the tactics, and we'll help you develop the vision of creating a business. And what it comes down to is your fear goes away. Your fear is about the unknown. Well, you now know how all this works. So there is no fear. And so what will happen is you'll put a team together, you'll make the climb together, you make it to the top, then you get to harvest. What it comes down to is you also get to work on things that you want to work on, things that you find it, things that you find interesting. What it comes down to is if you smoked every day, you're going to die 10 years early. If you're obese, you're going to die 14 years early. And if you do something you don't like, you get to die every day. And this is part of the reason why I came to teaching. I made people a lot of money, but it just felt like I was on the corporate hamster wheel. And so I came to teach. And I can't have to tell you how I'm having a blast. Anyway, what it comes down to is corporations determine your future now. Do you really want to put your future in the hands of someone else, or do you want your future in your own hands? Own your future. So, our relationship actually doesn't end. I still have a job to do. What my job is that our department is always here for you. If you ever need anything or have a question or need some advice, feel free to contact me. The one thing I really, really hated about MIT is all the professors were like Wizards of Oz. And you never got to talk to them. And then if you want to talk to them, they have these army of grad students that you have to get past to get to them. And so this is why I came to the Poly School, because this is a school where the students and the teachers actually form relationships. And my expertise goes into a lot of different fields. Some people come to talk to me about engineering. Some people come to talk to me about business. The one thing I find really funny is this semester, about 90% of the students who came to talk to me actually just wanted to talk about careers. And, how could they get into grad school, or, is an MBA worth getting, how to manage their technical careers. But my door is always open to you. And finally, my big goal for this class was that you learn enough so that you can take care of yourself in the outside world. Essentially, you now know all the fundamentals. You know enough to pretty much tackle any problem. The details of the world change, but the problems don't necessarily change. And now it's up to you. The thing about this hyper-competitive world we live in, you have to manage your career. You just can't sit back and let it happen. And so, if you choose to do nothing, you're going to have a really rough time with it. Just because you have a degree, just because you have some level of expertise, no. You have to constantly be growing, constantly be moving forward. You have to manage your career. If you do that, then you're looking at a very good and successful time for you. Now, to wrap up this lecture, I came from a family where we had 6 people and we had 16 college degrees between us, including 3 Dr. Cho's. I may very well be the dumbest of the 3. But anyway, the thing my father told me is that your education is what you rely on. As long as you have your health and you have your training, you'll always be okay, as long as you're willing to fight. And the thing is, they could take your car away, they could take your house away. All kinds of things can happen to you. But the one thing they can't take away from you is your education. Your education belongs to you. You take care of it, it will take care of you. And with that, I wish you a fantastic summer. And it's also been my pleasure and my honor to teach you this semester. Best of luck to you all.